For my research project, I decided to look into the position of a logistics analyst, and I found that it's a very important position in the logistics field. This is because it's in high demand. Companies need somebody that looks into the flow of the supply chain, and that's what an analyst's main job is to make sure that that products that are moving through the supply chain are in the right place, at the right time, and everything is always cost effective. That is their main job. Is to look at how can they make things more and more cost effective. Because the supply chain is all about this movement. It's about the life cycle of a product going through different warehouses and different ways of transportation, and it's complex, and it's companies can lose a lot of money if they don't have someone looking into like how their product is moving through and how everything is running. If they don't have someone looking into that, they can end up just losing a lot of unnecessary money that they could have saved when they had a specialist looking at how things move. So logistics analysts do a lot of different things on a day-to-day basis, but their main responsibilities are like looking into transportation routes for products being shipped, where is it going, how is it getting there, and also like tracking like the supply chain in general. What parts are slow, what parts are going quicker. The products where they should be, and basically just overseeing the entire process and making it cost effective. So in terms of education for this position, most logistics analysts do have 4-year degrees, usually in business operations management, or even just any kind of management field. And very few have any less than this. Most employers are going to be looking for the bachelor's, the 4 years degree, and some even have master's degrees in those management fields as well. And very few have any less than bachelor's. Only about 10% have just a 2-year degree. So with that being said, the degrees are important, and the employers are always looking for degrees, but they really want to see someone who has experience and has direct knowledge of how the whole system, the whole supply chain works. Because how are you going to be able to analyze what's going on and make things cost effective if you don't know how it works? And the best way to know how it works is to have experience in it. So you'll find very rarely that employers would hire somebody with less than 3 years of experience already in a field within the supply chain. And another thing is they found that people in this position actually those who have more experience will actually make more money than those who have higher education levels that don't necessarily have the same kind of experience. And in terms of talking about income and different salaries, logistics analysts do earn on the low end about 50,000, 54,000, and then working for bigger companies can earn up to and over $100,000. But the average salary sits around the $50,000 to $60,000. In terms of this job being like a stepping stone, it's not really much of a stepping stone job as it is more of something that you have worked up to, and it can lead to like higher management positions. But for the most part, it is the result of lower stepping stone jobs. In terms of interactions, this job is all about interacting with other departments, because you are overseeing these different processes, within warehouses, within transportation, and you need to be able to communicate with these different departments to make sure that things are running as they should and they're being cost effective. But overall, it's an important position in the field, and I think it will always be around for a long time because it is always worth it for a company to hire somebody that is specializing in this, or they could be losing out on so much money and not even understand why. And having someone that can analyze this movement is huge and very important.